everyone, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I'm going to talk about, was this book worth it being popular, whether it be on BookTok or BookTube. Some of these books, they're popular, but they're not, they're popular, but I haven't seen that much on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And then others are just that I have in the not so popular. They probably were popular, I just haven't seen them, or they were popular a long time. So yeah, this is gonna be very long because I have a lot to talk about. So grab a snack, grab a drink, let's chill. Today I have two different types. I have young adult and adult together, but then I have middle grade books. So I'm gonna start with middle grade. So these are all popular books. First I have The Wild Robot. I love this book. I also enjoyed the movie a lot. It's a short middle grade that's about this robot that ends up washed up on this island, and it talks about him, her learning different things, and it's honestly kind of like a feel-good book. I enjoyed every single one in this series. I have all three of them. I didn't grab them. Some series I grabbed every single book in that I've read, and then others I just grabbed the first one or just a book in it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Very good. The movie's also really good. One thing about middle grades is that 9-10 times out of 10 I'm gonna enjoy it, or maybe not 9 times, 8. I would say at least 8, maybe 70 to 80% of all the middle grades I read, I enjoy them, because they're kind of just I don't know, they're just books that I know what I want to read in the middle grade, so it's and I'm obviously just gonna pick up the books that I'm interested in. Next we have the BFG. All of Royal Dahl books are good. That I've read are good. The BFG is about this giant who does dreams, and it's set in London, and he's going to place, giving dreams to this kids, and this girl catches him, and he takes the girl, and they live in Giant Land. Is that what it's called? I think it's called Giant Land, but it's super good. There was a movie that came out that was also very good. Next I have the Babysitter Club. These are the graphic novels. The original and graphic novels were very popular. That's why there's graphic novels and stuff. And there's a TV show out. I haven't seen the TV show. I don't know if it's super good or not. I have no clue. I've seen parts of it and I'm I don't think I want to watch that. Maybe someday I'll come around to watching it. But the graphic novels, I don't know for a fact because I haven't read a lot of the originals. I think I've only read 2. But I'm pretty sure the graphic novels go by quicker than the originals, but the originals have more details, like most books. But this was super good. I do think I really enjoyed it, especially when I was younger and it was the first time I read it. I feel like it's hard to mess up a graphic novel. Besides, the graphic novel is confusing, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, this was super good. So I do understand why it was popular. Next I have Hooky. I've seen 2 people talk about it. They're pretty big YouTubers, so I'm gonna say it's popular. It's about this girl, these 2 kids, and they miss the bus to go to their school, their witch's school, and they end up in this village, and they go on adventures, and I don't know, a lot happens in it. It was a webcomic. All the webcomics I've read that have been I've read 2. I'm not gonna act like I haven't just read 2, but I've read 2 that I know of for sure. They were both really good. So now I'm gonna talk about the not so popular books. that are middle grade. First, I have Crab and Snail, The Invisible Whale. This is book one. I just read this like last week. It was super good. It's honestly one of those books that you're just reading for entertainment. I would say, like, sometimes when I read series, like, I'll read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, back to back, but some series you just need a filler book in between. There's a couple of series like that, like, down here, that I'll talk about later, and this is just one of those books that it's quick, it's entertaining, it's not, I would say it's kind of like one of those book slump books that you want to read. I would say that about most graphic novels. Like, not if you're feeling, like, you're just like, I want to read something, I don't know what to read, I don't want to spend, like, hours reading something, I don't want to spend days reading it, I just want to read it in one sitting, and this is one of those books for me. That's what I, like, not love the most about graphic novels, but it's something I do enjoy about a quick graphic novel. So, yeah, I'm drinking Alani. It's in a glass cup, but it's the Witch's Brew Alani. Honestly, one of my favorite Alanis. Next I have Sunny, the Sunny series. That's what I call it. I don't actually know what this series is called. I think it's called Sunny Side Up series. But I like calling it the Sunny series, and it's about this girl named Sunny. I think in book 1, she's in like 6th or 7th grade, and it kind of just goes up. I think she's in middle school, but it basically just follows her life. In this book, she goes to her grandpa's house, and who lives in like this retirement home, and she's staying there, and it talks about her adventures there, and it's a very quick and easy read. It's very simple too. I enjoyed every single book that I've read in the series. I have enjoyed most of Jennifer L. Holmes and Matthew Holmes books that I've read. Yeah, this was very good. I would say it is kind of popular because the author is popular, but like I haven't seen like hardly anyone talk about it. Like even in like the reading graphic novels for 24 hours, no one really like talks about it. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Next we have the Friends series. I have the full series. I have Real Friends, Best Friends, Forever Friends. It is kind of similar to the Sunny series. It follows this girl in junior high, middle school, and it talks about her like finding friends and finding who she is as a person. These were so good. They're pretty like ones to read, I'm pretty sure. I'd say I read Real Friends and Friends Forever, and then I reread every single one. And these were weirdly, I don't know, there's just something about them. And it's just one of those quick reads, but I've never really seen anyone talk about them. They're by Shannon Hale and Leanne Pham. I think that's her name. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but these were really good. Next I have the Catwad series. This is book 1, and it follows these two cats on the back through different like short stories. It's a quick, simple, entertaining read. I do reread these books sometimes, but they're short. They're like I just want to read books. Next we have Lumberjanes, and this is book 5. This cover doesn't really look like most of them do, but this follows these girls at a summer camp, and they go on different adventures, and like they fight monsters and stuff, and it was just so good, and some of the artwork is just beautiful. I'm gonna find some photos from the gallery. Like, these photos are beautiful. I love at the end of the books, just looking at the gallery. Like, these are pretty cute. These are very pretty, and I feel like some of the other books have a lot prettier gallery walls, but yeah. So, those are all the middle grade books. I'm gonna start with the young adult books, and well, I guess some of these are also middle grades, but I kind of just put them in here because I've definitely seen them on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. So they're just in here too. But these are like the popular books. And yeah, okay, I'm just gonna start with putting these in 2 stacks, and we're gonna start with this stack. Can't see it. First book is Twilight. I know people who love the franchise and love this book so much. To me, it was not. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy some parts, but I enjoyed most of it, and it wasn't like, okay, now I need to pick up the next book for me right away. This is the next book right away, and I still haven't read the second book in the series. But so do I think it enjoys being popular? I mean, I get it, but it's not like there's better. There's better. This is definitely like a 2010 book. I don't even know when this came out. So this came out in 2005. I will say this though, I do enjoy books that came out around this time more than I enjoy books that newly came out, I would say. I feel like a lot of these books that I'm going to talk about did come out before, like in the 2010s, 2000s. Next I have A Whole New World. This is the only book I've read in the Twisted Tales, but the Twisted Tales is very popular, I would say, and I understand why. I thought it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. I haven't read a lot of retellings, but this, like, I thought it was good, and I will definitely read more of the books, but it wasn't my favorite fantasy. It was just okay. And I want to see if I can find better retellings and better than that books. But I will read some more of the Twisted Tales. Okay, next I have The Hunger Games. I enjoyed this series. It's about, I feel like most people know what this is about, but I enjoyed the series and all the books that I've read so far. They were good, don't get me wrong. But, and I do think it deserves a hype. I would say the book 1 is definitely one of my more favorites. Book 2 wasn't my favorite at all. It's honestly my least favorite. I didn't really understand I got the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but that book didn't really make any sense to me. A review's coming out for that though, or has come out. But yeah, I thought it was good. It's just, it wasn't like I have to pick up the next book right away. But Catching Fire, that ended on a great cliffhanger, and I definitely had to pick up Mockingjay next. But besides that, none of these are really, like, none of the rest of the Hunger Games books, I'm like, I need to finish the series. But then after Mockingjay, I definitely read this one. So, I don't know. But the next book I have is Percy Jackson. This has movies and a TV series. I read these books back to back to back. I even read the Heroes of Olympus series right after I finished the Percy Jackson books, which was another series that was super good. Actually, the first book is right here. But these books were also like super good, and I understand why Rick Riordan has so much hype. He's definitely one of my favorite authors. Has to be like my favorite author of the year. For sure. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't even read those books this year, so I don't even know why I said maybe for those. Yeah, I would say it's definitely him. Maybe Carol Libinson might be in it second or close second or whatever it's called. But besides that, like, none of these books I can really say were like favorite author of the year. That's kind of weird to say, but yeah, I really enjoy those. I understand why so many people like them. I love his writing so much. I like it a lot more than. Never mind, I'm gonna keep that to myself. Next, I have A Wrinkle in Time. I've only read book 1. I didn't love it. Maybe I listened to the audiobook and I didn't truly hear about it. But maybe if I re-listened to it and I actually paid more attention, maybe I wouldn't care. But I still don't really care about this book. I don't think it's worth reading. I'm pretty sure it's similar to, I don't know why I looked up there, they're not up there, but the, it's right here, the Chronicles of Narnia series, which is it's not, I wouldn't say it's very good, but it's not awful, it's not terrible. I saw someone else talk about these, and can't remember her name, but she was like, it's very religious focus, like Christianity focus and stuff, and I need to put that down. And I was like, I agree with her, it is, but I don't know, I definitely did enjoy it, like, at least a tidbit. Next I have Cinder. I like this book a lot. It's a Cinderella retelling about this girl whose foot is like a mechanical foot. She is an android, and in this world, androids get destroyed and stuff. But yeah, I thought this was very good. Marissa Meyer. Didn't she write? No. Never mind. I'm making a mess by pulling books out from underneath my bed. I need to just stay underneath her. Okay. But this was actually really good. I remember enjoying it. I didn't have the second book, that's why I didn't pick it up right away, but I think if I did, I would have picked it up right away, but I don't really know. Next, we have Lore of Olympus, which is the other book. This is volume 1, but this is the other book that I have that's also like a webtoon, or was a webtoon. This was so good. I read it in one sitting. I loved this book. Like, I would definitely buy it again. I'm definitely gonna buy it again used. Because I don't have like $100 to buy the rest of the series. No. $120 to buy the rest of the series. But this was like super good. I really enjoyed it. And it's so cute. Look. It was so cute. I definitely enjoyed this book a lot. Now, the next book I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I enjoyed this book. I understand why there's an obsession about it. It definitely got me. The plot twist at the end definitely did get me. But it wasn't like a let me pick up the next book. Let me watch this series type of a book. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The plot twist got me good. Because I wasn't expecting it, but it wasn't like, I didn't eat it up like I enjoyed most of the other books. I have a lemonade too over here. I have the Tropical Breeze lemonade from Pop and Squeeze, which is delicious. Now, stack number 2 of popular books that I've read, because this year my goal is to read a lot of popular books, because most years I haven't, because I didn't care, but this year is like I'm gonna read a lot of popular books. I don't know why I wanted to, but I did. So, first book is the second book in the Harry Potter, and it's the Chamber of Secrets. This series was definitely like the series that caught me really into reading this year. I enjoyed this series a lot. I hear a lot of people say it's not relatable and it's not realistic. I didn't read it for it to be relatable. I didn't read it for it to be realistic. I do have some books here that were relatable, were realistic. That wasn't. I don't read fantasy books for it to be realistic or real. I read them purely out of entertainment because that's what I heard. I really enjoyed it. I get the hype. I don't like the author. I don't support her. I do like these books and I would love a hardcover set. But I'm buying them secondhand. I have book 6, which is beautiful. I love the hardcovers. But this is a series that I did enjoy and I loved it. And you love a book when at night you have a dream and it's in the setting of the book you read. And that definitely happened to me. I'm gonna move this so it's not tipped over. I'm gonna put this book on the bottom. No, I'm just gonna put it off to the side. Next we have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I love this book. It's a very quick read, I would say, which is part of the reason I enjoyed it so much. I didn't forget about this book that I read it, but it's not like a book that pops in my head, not randomly, but I would say pops in my head that much. This stuff was super, okay, maybe not super good, but it was a good book. It's about a romance between these two boys, and it's a friendship, right? And then at the end, it becomes a romance. But this was just so good. I don't know. I feel like you can relate to it. But, you can relate to it, but it's also not that relatable. I don't really know, but it was pretty good. I understand why it was popular. Next we have the selection. This was entertaining. This was good. I wanted to pick up the second book, but then I hadn't. Then I started the audio for the second book. I was like, I can't read. I'm like, this lady. She didn't have that irritating of a voice, but I just didn't want to listen to it at the time, so I haven't read book 2. But I really enjoyed this book. It is so good. I understand why this was popular. It has been popular. I understand. It was so good. It was just entertaining. And it's one of those books that, this should be a show. This would be a good show. Next up, Shadow and Bones. I didn't enjoy this book that much. I really didn't. There was definitely times during the audiobook, I feel like most of these books I did listen to audiobooks, which is fine. But I didn't care. To be honest, I just didn't care. And I understood most of it, but sometimes, I like fantasy, obviously. Most of the books this year I read are fantasy. But sometimes when a fantasy is too much of a fantasy, I don't like it that much. But, okay, I enjoyed Harry Potter, but I feel like Harry Potter is more realistic. I can picture myself being a wizard, going to Hogwarts. I can picture myself being Harry living at his aunt's house. I cannot picture being any part of Shadow and Bones. And I didn't care. And these covers are beautiful. This one, the second book is a long one for you. But I haven't read that book, so I didn't read it. And it wasn't a series that, I wanted to jump right into the next book, and the next book, and the next book. Now I'm reading it for a video. that I have to read it for a video, I'm reading it. But if I wasn't reading it for a video, I would not be reading it at all. I don't know why. Here. Looks better, I guess. Kind of, not really. Next, I have a series. And it is the Inheritance Games books 1, 2, and 3. I know there's more. I enjoyed these books. I enjoyed the mystery element. It kept me on my toes. It was good. The second book was definitely my least favorite again. I understand why these got hyped. I understand when books get hyped that are fast paced. I understand the books that get hyped up just because they're like that are fast paced. I get the ones that are like a mystery. I get those books. In this book, these books were definitely books that I was like, okay, whatever, I'll read it. And then like I got a comment and they were like, I enjoyed these books a lot. And I was like, oh, I guess now I have to read it. So I really enjoyed those though. Now these are books that I haven't seen many people talk about, so I'm gonna talk about them. And some of these books I know are popular, but like not a lot of people talk about them anymore. First, I have a manga, which is Beastars. These are books that like no matter what, I pick it up and I read it like in one sitting. It's very good. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best piece of literature I've ever read. I wouldn't even say it's the best manga I've ever read. But it's good and it's entertaining. Like, I don't wanna... Like, it's entertaining. That's why I, like, read it. And I'm gonna pull up another book on my phone. That's not very popular, so that's what I'm doing right now. It is a graphic novel. Next, I have Anna of Green Gables, book 1. I love this book. This cover is beautiful. I loved it. I don't have a single clue where I picked this up from, but I know it was good. And it's definitely like one of those books that like it's obviously popular. People obviously like reading it, but very little people still talk about it. And it was such a good, like, I've read a couple of classics, not very many, but like I've read 3 that I can name off the top of my head. And Anna of Green Gables is a lot better than the other 2. And one of them I haven't finished. But next, this is a graphic novel that I picked up from my local library. It's called Almost an American Girl. It is about this girl who immigrates here from Korea, I want to say. And she immigrates to America and she lives like with her mom's new boyfriend and his family. And then it talks about what it's like to be a first, like to immigrate to America, not speaking English very well, and then, I don't know, it was very good. Like, it's one of the, like, I've read very little fiction, but that is definitely one of the more that I read. Like, it's definitely one of those that I did enjoy very much. This next book, I finished it like yesterday, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's called Dumplin', Go Big or Go Home. This was so good. It's about this girl who's a self-proclaimed fat girl, and her name is Willow Dean. And it talks about how her mom's was fat, and then she lost a lot of weight and won a pageant, her hometown pageant. And it talks about her aunt that passed away from a heart attack, who's a bigger girl. And it talks about her like dating and like her being a fat girl and how hard it is to be like how she feels like she doesn't deserve to be dating this guy because he's so popular, like he's the hot popular guy, and I don't know. It's just, and anyways, she joins like the local pageant that her mom hosts every year to like get back at her mom and like make a stance, and it's and like it's very good. It's relatable. It's good. It's entertaining. It was like sometimes I would get like teary eyed during this book because I was like, me, me, but like I was like, that's actually terrible. That's so sad. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I low-key relate to this book a lot, and I feel like there's something about relating to a book that makes it 10 times better than it is. If you can relate, it makes it 10 times better than what it truly is as a book. Next, the last books I have are poetry books. One of them are missing one. Okay, I found it. One of these books is definitely like a popular book, but I kind of just stuck it with these ones because they go together. But like that's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna talk about them last. First, I hope this reaches our in time. A short poetry type book. These were entertaining. Some of these poems I don't remember. A lot of the times I like a poem because it's entertaining. Not entertaining, but it gives me a hug, and like a lot of these poems I can relate, or like I know someone who can relate, and it's kind of just like it just makes you feel like a certain type of way when you read it. This one was very good. I have a sister who read them. She was like, I didn't really like them and stuff, but like I did. So which means like you're either gonna like it or you're not. Next, I have her favorite color was yellow. This one I definitely have reread, and I really enjoyed it. I also really like this font. I think that font is good, like great. Next, I have I Saw You as a Flower. This is a poetry collection, and this is like a book that just I can't remember if this book like it goes by steps, like you are healing, something like this happened, that was bad, you were healing, and then another step, and like you're over it step. I don't think it is. I think that's another book I have. But that was really good. I do recommend those. They're definitely like I don't know. They were really good, which like I really enjoyed them. Next I have the Ruby Car. Ruby Car? Is that her name? Books. Milk and Honey I know is popular. I know it's popular. But like this was the book I was thinking of. I think so. This one was definitely my first one out of these poetry books that I enjoyed. And I really enjoyed that one, but I feel like no one talks about her other books, like The Sun and Her Flowers. This one I enjoyed a lot too. And then Homebody. I enjoyed that one as well. Don't make a mistake like I did, and I read them at school. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a mistake that was made. But besides that, they were really good. These are just my thoughts and opinions. If you enjoy these books, I'm very happy for you. If you have any recommendations of books that I should read that are similar to the books that I enjoyed, or are like books that I should like that you really enjoyed, let me know. I love a suggestion. I I love book suggestions so much. I don't know. I feel like books you suggest show a lot about who you are as a person. Anyways, thank you. That was weird and random. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you next week when I post a new video.